Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Chillinwithlanda. Today I have another story time. By the title, you guys will know what I'm going to be talking about. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you're returning, hey. And today I just got another story time about a previous friend I had. She was somewhat a good friend and a bad friend, but let's talk about it. Let's get into this video. All right, y'all. So this story, it happened some years back. I had a friend, we're gonna call her Nika. And she looked like me somewhat. She was red, she was chunky, she was a very pretty girl, she was clean, she kept her hair done, she was nice. Remember my story time when I told you guys, if you haven't watched it, check it out. When I stayed in a hotel previously some years back, when I was going through my little rebellious phase in life. Yeah, so I met her in the hotel. We were going through some things, but let's just say her life story was a little different than mine. I was more on the down end and she was more on the up end. Like, for example, I was needing somewhere to stay. I was trying to get back at my dad's house. She and her baby daddy, well, her boyfriend, they were, let's just say, they wasn't worried about money or a place to stay. Hmm, let's just say he had money. They used to do the little scam thing. Let's just say what it is. He used to do scams, so they had money. So she was in a hotel. They needed somewhere they needed somewhere to stay. So she was waiting to get some legitimacy to get a place. And me, I was waiting to just find some place to stay. So we met in the hotel lobby one day. We were having breakfast. I was down there eating in my little, my little table, minding my business one morning. I'm very antisocial. I'm very shy. I have bad anxiety. So, I probably was on my phone, not looking up, I'm sure. Anyways, I remember she walked up to me and, well, she walked past me and we made eye contact. And I guess she seen that I was by myself. So she came back and she said, hey, and I said, hey back. And we kicked it off from there. We started talking. So, she asked me what I was doing there. And I told her, like, girl, I'm here. I'm just trying to figure it out. I was only there like a week, I told y'all, but I was trying to figure it out. She told me her story. And, we decided to link up and go out, hang out a little bit. A couple of times we met up, we went out to eat, and everything was fine. I will say Nika's personality, she was a little aggressive. Like she kind of had, like she was a little bossy. She kind of liked to tell people what to do. I seen that in her personality, but it's okay with me because you can't run over me. You get what I mean? Just because that was her personality, you can't run over me. So eventually I move out of the hotel, well, leave the hotel, end up moving back with my dad. I'm not sure if she left before me or after me. I'm not quite sure, but she wasn't staying in there very much longer. After that, I would pull up to her mom's house. We would hang out, smoke, do videos, chill. She would come to my dad's house. We would do little things, she was very girly. We would do girly things. Sometimes we would go get waxes together, things like that. So, remember how I said her boyfriend did the scam thing? So they had a little money, right? I just was getting back on my feet. I just moved back with my dad. I didn't have much money, but I had a little something to party with. So every now and then, me and her would go out. We would go do little things. And so one day, we decided to hang up. So one day, we decided to hang out. I had a rental. I believe it was around my birthday, honestly. I had a rental, a nice rental. And so I picked her up in a rental. And we went out to my favorite club, one of my favorite clubs in Miami. Once I moved back with my dad, I was getting back on my feet. I had a little job. I had money, but I didn't have money on. You know what I mean? I had a few bills, but I didn't have much to just throw away. But I had a little money. The club we went to was a club. It's a club slash bar. So it's not mandatory to wear heels, dressy clothes. You can pretty much wear what I have on, tennis shoes. It doesn't matter. Just come comfortable. So that day, I'm not going to lie, I had on some nice tennis shoes, some skinny jeans, a nice top. I had my hair braided with some long braids, and she had on the same thing. She actually had on a cap. She didn't have no wig on. She had on a cap, nice little outfit with some tights, nice little tennis shoes. We both were rocking sneakers this day. So I'm just saying, just letting y'all know how we were looking that day. We were looking all comfortable or whatnot. So we decided to go to the club. We enter the club. We go all the way to the back. When you walk in the front, it's the strippers. We weren't interested in the strippers, so we go to the back where the pool tables at, where the hookers, the hookers, the hookahs and the drinks, things like that, the tables. Well, where the vibe at? You go to the back where the real vibe at. So we go to the back, we get a table, we order. I don't really smoke hookah like that. I don't smoke hookah. So she get a hookah. We decide to get some drinks. It was happy hour, so the drinks was half off. Please give me my White Russian, please, with light ice. And then, we drinking, and she got a hookah. She enjoying it. It's some guys across from us. There was a little flamboyant. I remember one of the waitresses, she came and she just snatched their hookah. Like, I guess the time was up. Like, she didn't give them no time. She didn't ask them, did they want, like, to pay more extra or anything. Like, she just walked, the waiter, she just walked up and just snatched their hookah up. So me and Nika, we really thought that was funny. Like, so we was sitting there laughing. Just they was even looking at us. We was tipsy at this point. We did not care. We was enjoying ourselves. She enjoyed her hookah. I ordered some hot wings. The best hot wings was fire. So we still drinking. It's happy hour. I'm on my like third White Russian. I don't remember what she was drinking, but I'm on my White Russian. I feel good, and we just, we sitting there. So of course we laughing at the guys at the table there, and then by us is some more tables, and of course the guys, we looking good. And so of course this guy, he was eyeing us, so he came over there and he asked, what's our name? I wasn't really interested in him because he was one of those guys. You ever went into the club and you could tell that he's just there all the time? You ever went to the club and it's just a guy that's there all the time, and he just probably talk to the ladies all the time, buy the ladies drinks all the time? I can just tell he was one of those guys, because not one time did he take a seat. He was not with a group of people. Like, he wasn't with friends. He was solo, and he was just scoping the scene. So he was one of those guys. He came over there eventually, talked to us, asked us, did we want some drinks? And of course we said yes. So I get my fourth White Russian. Now I'm about to get toe up, but I'm not there yet. We eat our hot wings. She finished her hookah. And the vibe is there. We vibing, we chilling. The music in that club was given, but it wasn't really given like I wanted it to. So we talking. So I'm like, Nika, what you want to do? Or, we sit there for a little minute after we eat our hot wings. I remember because I was cleaning my fingers with my alcohol pad. And so we decided to go to another strip club. Now, I was a little hesitant about going to this strip club because, one, we met up to go to this club, and this was happy hour. We got in free. The drinks was half off. The wings was half off. We didn't have to be around a bunch of strippers. We can dress comfortable how we are now. Hold on. Now, she want to go to the club. This club in Miami is one of the most popular clubs. You have to be dressed to the T when you go there. It's just one of those, you have to be given. So I was a little hesitant, but I was a little drunk too. So I was like, where we gonna go after this? Because, I'm like, okay, let's go to this club. So we leave there and we go down the street to the next club. And so it was happy hour at that club as well. We got in free. Now, mind you, the whole way there, she's telling me how, my family, they own this club, and I get what I want out of this club. I get in free. We good at this club. My people own this club. We good, girl. And in my head, I'm like, she could be right, because Nika and her people, they do that scamming, and she got a little money. She had a little bread. Y'all, I'm not going to cap. So I'm like, okay, maybe, but it was happy hour. We didn't have to pay anyway, but we walk in, it's happy hour, nowhere to sit. This club is one of the most popular clubs in Miami, the hood part, but it's kind of small inside. So when we walked in, you got the stage right in front of you, and then you got the seats that's on the wall, and then you got your bar that's on the side. It wasn't no seats. It wasn't no seats. All of the young ladies, they was like lined up on the wall. Everybody, just in their phone. The scene was pretty much dead. I'm not gonna lie. It was one stripper. She was on a pole. And I'm not even just trying to be funny for comedic reasons. But let me tell you, sister, when you got project legs, let me break it down for y'all. Do y'all know what project legs is? Project legs is those spotty legs. You ever seen a woman or a man and their legs or arms just spotted up from being bit up by roaches or whatever, and they skin just not clear? She had project legs, and she wasn't giving. That was really the only issue that I had with her. She just wasn't giving. So the scene was pretty dead. Nika was okay with it. Nika walked straight to the bar. Nika got us two more drinks after we've been drinking at this other club. Off rip, I was nervous. I caught an anxiety attack, low key. Nobody probably seen it, but I was so nervous because it was dead when we walked in there. And we two juicy, plump, pretty girls walking to this club. It's dark, it's quiet. When we walked in, everybody's heads just rose up and just was staring at us. So I instantly got anxious. But Nika found a seat directly in the front of the stage. Couldn't get no worse than that. So she sit down, and I asked, I'm like, you want to sit right here in front of the stage, Because I didn't come to spend no money, y'all. I didn't come to spend no money, really. I just wanted to just get out the house. So I wanted to spend a little money, but not no stripper money. You know what I mean? So she sat there, and I asked her, I say, Nika, you sure you want to sit here? And she like, yeah, I told you this is my people club. So I'm like, okay, bet. My cheeks start getting hot. When I get anxious, my face get hot and stuff like that. So I need something to fumble with. I need something to play with. So instead of just sitting there playing with my phone, because when I look over to Nika, she vibing. You feel me? So I get up, and on top of the drink she brought me, I go to the bar. I tell her I wanted me a Hennessy and Coke. I am a Hennessy girl. And she gave me my Hennessy and Coke. And while I was there, I was like, let me just go ahead and get 100 ones. Now, mind y'all, I told y'all I didn't have no business spending $100. After I just spent a little money in the other club, I was scraping for money. I didn't have that money on she had. So I didn't have no business trying to get no $100. So between you and me and the waitress, I was like, let me get 101s with that drink. So plus I gave her a $5 tip. So I walk away looking stupid. Walk back to the front where Nika's sitting next to her. I have to roll up. I got to get my little spliff on, because my nerves is just, this club is like, it's so dead in here. It's so quiet, and they're staring at us because we're sitting in the front, right by the I'm getting nervous thinking about it. They're staring at us because we're sitting right in front of the stage. So I give Nika, I put my little 100 up in my purse, and I get my little stuff. And I tell Nika, I said, hold my purse, girl. I'm going to the bathroom. I need to roll up. Why I didn't sit there and roll up? Because everybody was smoking. Girl, I was nervous, and I needed a break. I needed a breather. You know what I mean? So, girl, I give Nika my purse. I go in the bathroom, and everybody knows. Now, see, when you go to the club, when one go to the bathroom, everybody's supposed to go to the bathroom. But let me tell you how, I told you how her personality was just so aggressive. She just had this uppity attitude about herself. She just felt like she could control the scene. And I don't know, she just wasn't that kind of girl. Like, you would think, hey, if I'm going to the bathroom, let me go with you. But the bathroom was literally right there. It was a small club. Girl, she could throw a rock and hit the door. She was so close. So it wasn't a big deal. I go in the bathroom. I'm sweating. I'm fixing myself up. I'm like, bitch, I got on Nike tennis shoes, a Nike shirt, some jeans. The other girls in there had on heels and looking spiff. And I was just in there looking like we just came from the goddamn than a doctor's appointment or something. But it was all good. I sat there at the counter. I rolled my blunt up. And then again, if you've had experience in the clubs, y'all should know the club in the bathroom is like another world. It's like another club. Seriously. I don't know where y'all from or what y'all clubs be like, but here in Miami, child. So I was in the mirror, you know, doing my thing, rolling me up one, and it was this girl. So she opened up the stall door, this Spanish girl, and her eyes was just huge. I'm talking about huge. And she had the, you know what I mean, off the back of the toilet. I know it was off the back of the toilet because I seen a little residue on the back of the toilet. She stumbled out the bathroom. I continue rolling my blunt, minding my business. And I go back out to Nika, sit down. Now, mind y'all, this whole time, Nika demeanor, she's a cool girl. I'm not gonna lie. Nika is that girl. She was just chilling the whole time. She had her hat on. She had her hat down the whole time, smoking her little blunt, her hookah. We actually got another hookah. Don't know why. I started puffing that hookah down. I don't even smoke hookah, but I was so nervous because everybody was looking at me. I'm sitting up puffing on the hookah, just puffing on the hookah, child. This guy come up. He whisper in my ear. And he tell me, he was like, you pretty. He was like, didn't y'all just leave that club over there? And I said, and I looked at Nika and she looked at me. I said, Nika, you remember these guys? And she was like, mm-mm. He was like, yeah, I just seen y'all at the other club. Y'all did this, y'all did that. Y'all was eating hot wings or whatever. So that was, I'm not going to lie, that was very dangerous. I don't know. Maybe they could have been club hopping in Miami. We be having happy hours and stuff. So maybe they just happened to be at this club and then they just happened to go to this club because it was still happy hour. I don't know. Thinking about that now, it was very, very strange. But at the time, I was a little tipsy. I just thought maybe, you know, it's Miami. We all go to the same clubs sometimes. So I didn't think much of it. So I'm sitting there smoking the hell out of that hookah, girl, just killing my lungs. And on top of the weed. And I look up and the DJ is just staring at me, right? So I'm like, damn, everybody looking at me. So I'm like, I gotta get it crunk. So tell me why I go in my purse and I get me a little $10 little 10 ones. So I'm flipping through my little 10 one. I'm like, okay, 8, 9, 10, got it. Nika just sitting there with her head down. And so some girl came out and she was a young girl. She was very like chocolate, short, nice, whatever. And you know, so I'm like, let me pop the little party off because I'm scared and everybody looking. So I take $2 and I go, phew. I take another $1 and I go, phew. And I just take the rest of it and I just go, phew, right? So now little mama on stage and she dancing, she getting crunk. And she had a little, you know what I mean? She had a nice little shape and she started clapping and twerking and she doing the most. But I don't know how strippers work. I don't know. She wasn't up there long. She was only up there for like a couple minutes. By the time I was getting out of my groove and going into my purse, she was grabbing her little dollars and she was heading off the stage. So that was when I started to open up. And again, this whole time, Nika is cool. She's chilled. She's just sitting there. Like she's not really talking to me much. We just having a good time, just vibing, you know. So once I throw my little dollars at the young girl, it was another woman come on stage, right? And everybody's staring at us. So I throw my little $5. She was thick. She had a little body. And Nika was like, oh, yeah, I like her. I like her. You know, Nika got a little hype. So she tilted her hat up and she started getting a little crunk. And so the thick girl on stage, she had a nice little body, a lot of ass. You know what I'm saying? So I throw $5 more on stage. So Nika was like, throw some more money. So I take another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take $5. I take my $5 and I throw it, right? Because I'm only working with like $90 now because I had to get my drink, remember? So I throw $5 more. So one of the little waitress girls come by and she was like, hey, do y'all want another hookah? And Nika was like, nah, I'm good. She was like, can I get 800? And I was like, okay. I mind my business. When she said 800, I don't know what I initially thought. When she said 800, I don't know what I thought she meant. But baby, let me tell you, like 10 minutes come by. So thick girl's still on stage. Honestly, it's a little while now. Thick girl, they must be like her because she had long set. So thick girl on stage, she doing her thing, making it clap. Thick girl had a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying the show, throwing my $2 at a time. So about 10 minutes later, the young waitress, she come back. I didn't see what she passed her. I really didn't see what she passed her because at this time I was looking around. I was enjoying the stripper, whatever. So Nika said, "You scared?" And I was like, "No, I ain't scared. I had just started opening up and things like that. I felt like she was trying to shine on me. So what I do, I say, 8, 9, 10, take $10 more. And I throw it at the girl. So not thick girl on stage and she making it clap. Nika said, "You scared?" And I say, "No, I ain't scared." And I'm thinking in my head, why she keep asking me, am I scared? So, child, Nika, I looked down. Nika had a stack of money, y'all. Nika had a wad of money. I'm talking about a wad of money. I'm talking about, listen, I wish we could have been friends because she could have put me on. Anyway, Nika had a wad of money. She had a big wad of money, right? So I throw my little 10, and Nika said, "You scared?" And I'm like, "Nope." So she took that wad and she put the rubber band off of y'all. She popped that rubber band and she took half of the wad. The wad was like this thick, so she had like this much. She took half of that wad of that money, y'all, and she right on stage. And when she on stage, everybody's head just turned and started looking at us. My anxiety just, because why? Now you got all the attention even more on us because everybody was already staring because we walked in late. Everybody, you know what I mean? The guys probably done followed us because they seen we was in this nice car that's not mine, that's a rental. And she just made it rain. So thick girl on stage, thick girl, she make her way down the stairs. And mind y'all, the DJ is still staring at us. It's weird. Why was he staring? I don't know. So thick girl make her way down the stairs. She comes in front of us. Not thick girl just doing the most. Thick girl is moving, twerking, doing her most, doing her dollar. Nika take another half of that water money, she take it and she slap, throwing it on thick girl. I'm talking about it's raining and I'm just sitting there like 8, 9, 10. Throwing my little 5s and 10s at a time because I don't have a lot of money like you, Nika. I don't have a lot of money like you, Nika. So I'm not gonna lie. Can I be honest? I felt like a boss. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Once I started getting, I was already tipsy from the other club, but once that girl came down on stage and she started dancing on us, and then I just started getting like a little loose. I had my blunt in my hand, and we just had money raining on us. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like a boss. So I started taking 15s at a time. 12, 13, 14, 15. And I started throwing. Thick girl set was up. Thick girl started picking up her money and she turned around and she like, "Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank you. Thank y'all so much." I'm like, "You welcome." Another girl come on stage. I said, "Okay, hold on. Now I'm getting a little turned up. I need another drink." So I go ahead and I go to the bar and I get me a drink, another Hennessy and Coke. So now I'm getting toe up, y'all. Toe up, getting loose, just loosening up just loosening up because I be so anxious and stuff. But I started to loosen up. I had a good time. So now a red bone come on stage, y'all, and she had a butt plug in her butt. And she just had feathers on her nipples. And she had the longest 40-inch blonde wig ever. I'm talking about the tallest stripper heels ever. Let me tell y'all something. Can I say something? No way, shape, or form am I a lesbian, but women are beautiful. And if you're gonna be a stripper, be the best stripper. I feel like people, not even just men and women, people go to the strip club because they want to see a fantasy. They want to see beautiful women. They want to see extravagance. They want to just see something, they just want to see something different. They want to see a fantasy. And she was a fantasy. So I had about $50, $40 left. I don't know. So I was like, hell yeah, she looked clean. She ain't had project legs. Clean. Her legs was clear. Looked like she used Aveeno. Looked like she was clean. You know what I mean? So I take $20 and I throw my $20. Nika talking shit. Nika steady looking at me. Here she go with this shit again. You scared? I don't know what she meant by that, but I know a little bit what she meant by that. I know she was finna go back in her purse and get some more money, and she sure did. So I was already feeling like a boss because we had the we had the little strippers around us. We had the attention. The DJ kept interacting with us. I was feeling like that girl. I'm not gonna lie, Nika had us feeling like a boss. Here she go with this. You scared? I say no. Nika goes in her purse, child. Nika pull out another wall of money. Pop off that rubber band. Break it in half. Lil' mama was up there twerking. Had her little butt diamond shining and everything. Nika take that wall and bam! Again. And everybody in the club is just going crazy. It's turned up now. The DJ got it turned up. Everybody just turned up. Some other people started throwing money. I ain't gonna lie. Me and Nika the one popped it off in the club because nobody was throwing no money. So when I started throwing my little tens, Nika started throwing her hundreds, and everybody else started throwing their money. It was a lit night. You know what I mean? So guys kept coming by, whispering in my ear. Men be broke. Whispering in my ear. I'm just ignoring them. I'm having fun with Nika. No vibes of just nothing ill. We just having a good time. Nika showed me a good time. We was bosses in that club. I had a good time. So now my money's starting to run low. This is where things take a turn. Woo! This is where things take a turn. So now Redbone off stage. And it's more strippers coming on because, when the money get to flowing, them hoes, they start scrapping them shoes up. Excuse my language, but when they hear the money flowing and hitting the flow, they in the back getting ready. So after Redbone, another one come on stage, and I'm like, hell, I ain't really got no money like that. So Nika starting to look at me, and she like, well, go get some more money at the ATM. And in my head, I'm like, hold on now. Yeah, we having a good time. But also, you didn't just meet me. You know my situation. You know that I'm just getting on my feet. I don't have scam money like you. I don't get money for free. I have to work for my little checks that I get. So I tell her, I said, I don't have no more money to go get out the ATM. I do, but I don't. So she get a little quiet and she sit back in her seat and she pull her head back down, child. So now Turn Up City done turned down. And I'm sitting there now, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable again. Because now the vibe is starting to get awkward. So I'm like, should I take out some more money? But I'm also in my head like, I am not finna please somebody and be broke just to try and fit in. Like, we already threw money. She threw hella money. When I tell y'all Nika threw money between Thick Girl and Butt Plug, Redbone, they made a good bag. Them two made a good bag off of me with my little $50 and Nika $1,000. They made a little bag between the two of them. So I didn't understand, but I wasn't gonna go broke because I was trying to fit in with anybody. At the end of the day, I'm not dumb. So I tell Nika, I say I ain't really got no more money. Her whole vibe changed and stuff like that. I didn't really give a damn. So it's like 5-10 minutes. I try to break the ice. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom to roll me up. I come back out. And she's still just sitting there with her head down. Nika won't talk to me. She won't look at me. She won't do anything. I don't know if she felt like, oh, I'm the one throwing my money and you should too. But Nika, she knew my situation. She knew I don't have a baby daddy or a boyfriend who just giving me all this money that's not supposed to be mine. You know what I mean? Like, you, as a friend, you should have known that I can't keep up with you in the strip club. Like, so I don't understand, but it is what it is. The vibe changed. So she was sitting there and I'm like in my head, I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to leave her because I felt tried. I felt like, okay, we went to the first club, we had a great time, like we had a good time. We come to this club, which I didn't want to, but we did. I threw money. You have me feeling like a boss, girl. I feel like a boss up here. And now because I can't keep up with you with the money, now you want to switch on me and Just pretty much shut up. Just shut me out. She was quiet. She wouldn't really talk to me. Her whole mood changed. You know what I mean? It was weird. So I wanted to leave her. I'm gonna be quite honest. I wanted to leave her. I sat there and I thought about it because I felt like she was trying me, because everybody could see that me and her was just having a good time, throwing money, having fun, and now it looks like we're beefing, low-key. I felt very uncomfortable. So I wanted to leave her, but I didn't, because I'm not a green ass bitch. I'm not green. So I tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to the car, I'm gonna get my card, and I'm gonna go in the ATM and get some more money. The reason why I said this was because I didn't want to fight with her in this club, because everybody's already staring at us. I wanted her to get up, follow me to the car. And she did. So when we get to the car, I'm like, Nika, you know I ain't got no money to be throwing like you. You just threw like $800,000. I don't have that money. So she's like, well, why you come to the club then? And I'm like, Nika, we just went to the club. I told you I didn't really want to come to this club. Look how we dressed. Like, you know what I mean? She acted like she didn't have no clue what I was talking about. That irritated the fuck out of me. I don't like people like that. So now she's telling me that we shouldn't have went to the club and this and that. And I told her, well, you know my situation. And so now she's mad. So I'm like, you know what? I think we should leave. So she's like, cool. So nigga get in the car. I get in the car. And I'm like, okay, so where do you want me to drop you off at? So now this whole time I was supposed to meet up. I was supposed to meet up with my boyfriend. He was at his brother's house. We was having game night at his brother's house. This whole time they was waiting on me. Well, he was waiting on me so I could finish hanging out with her. I can go to game night with my people. So we get in the car and it's awkward. I'm like, where do you want me to drop you off at? My night done. I'm gonna go with my family. And we get like 5 minutes away from the club. We in this parking lot, like this plaza. And so she was like, I'm trying to remember what happened. How did it start? So we started talking about it. And I'm like, I feel like you're wrong for that. Like, why would your mood change because you know that I don't have no money, no $800 to throw at you? You know what I was working with. Why would you get in this club and turn different on me? You knew that I couldn't throw money like you. I'm talking about Nika threw a band. She threw a band. I'm talking about that was the best time I've had in the club ever. We had so much fun because of her. Like, she threw so much money. We had so much fun. And she just switched on me. So me and her talking about that, and we're not really yelling. I don't know. It was like a silent argument. I'm talking to her and Nika talking back, and she, I'm telling her how I feel, and she pretty much telling me how she feel, but we're not yelling. We're just throwing jabs at each other. You get it? So eventually, this bitch, she gonna pull out her phone and she gonna put me on live. That's another strike. First, you tried me because, I don't have all this money to keep up with you. Then you gonna try to put me on live after we just having a debate, trying to, just talking and we having an argument. What kind of friend are you? These girls are so weird. So she have the camera in my face sitting and I don't know what she thought that was gonna do. She had the camera in my face and I was talking shit. I was talking crap to her. I'm talking about fighting words. I'm talking about, I can't even repeat what I was saying to her. But if y'all join my membership, I have a lot of stuff to sell there when I make it. But it's a lot of stuff I was saying to her in a very calm tone that I can't repeat on here. And she was throwing them back at me. Like, we was sitting in the car. She had the phone in my face. And I'm telling her, well, you a soft ass this and you ain't gonna do nothing to me and this and that. I'm talking greasy to her. And on her live. So the little rental that I had, it was like a push start. So, you have the little key. So she took the key and she walked out the car. So I got out the car and I'm like, Nika, give me back the key. I'm talking about we out there fighting like we husband and wife. Like we a couple. I'm talking about in the middle of this plaza in front of the bank. It's people going through the drive-thru staring at us. So I leave the car running. I leave the door open. I'm walking out to her. I'm like, Nika, give me my key. She walking with the key. Mind y'all, I told y'all her baby daddy was Scam City, right? So I'm not green. I would never do this. But the police station was literally 1 minute away, like 2 blocks from where we was at that plaza, right? So I say, Nika, you want to play? You want to walk away and take the key to this rental? You're going to cost me money. I'm going to cost you money, sweetie. I said, how about I call the police over here? Oh boy, did she make a pivot like in like 1.2 seconds? She turned around, she came back to the car, but she didn't give me the key. So now we fighting. Not physically, but we're fighting. She get back in the car, slam the door. She put the key in the door to where I can't reach it. I'm reaching over her. She pushed my face. I push her face back. We literally in the car in front of the bank, like fighting with each other. Like, it's crazy. 2 grown women. She pushed me. I push her back. I got her shirt like this on the door. She got my shirt. We're in the car fighting like we're married. It was so weird. Give me my key, nigga. Give me my key. She want to give me the key. So finally, dog, what I do, she had scratched me up a little bit and everything. Like, we was in the cat fighting, but it was the quietest fight ever. Like, we wasn't screaming. We wasn't doing none of that. It was so weird. So what I do, I'm going to win this fight, Miss Thang. I put the car in drive because the key was still in the car. And what I do, I pull up right in front of that police station because who? Give me my key. So I pull up in front of the police station and I'm like, Nika, give me my key or I'm going to call these people outside because what? That may seem green, but I don't care. I don't care. I wanted my key. The night was over. I felt tired and I wanted to go chill with my people. So when I pull up, she like, no, what you doing? Don't do this. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I do? I'm wanted and stuff like this. Why would you pull up? And I'm like, why would you try me like this? I thought we were friends. You tried me like I was a sucker. Then you got us out here fighting in these people plaza like we married. What you on? Give me my key. So I told her, I took the phone. I took my phone. And the whole time she still got me on live, y'all. I didn't care. So I took the phone, dialed 911. They said, hello, 911, what's your emergency? Child, she threw the key at me and she got out the door. She threw the key. I hung up the phone and she walked off. I backed up the car. I was being petty. I ain't gonna lie. I was riding like slow next to her and I was like, just being so petty, y'all, because I knew I had won the fight. She had more money than me, but I won the fight. And so I block her. I go home. I block her when I drove off. I go to my boyfriend brother's house. We have a good night. I'm already toe up drunk. My nails was broke off. He didn't even notice I got in the fight. My nails was broken off. I had little scratches on me from fighting with this girl. We have a good night. We play spades. We go home. Tell me why I get on the good old Facebook the next day. This heifer, she was so scary that I was going to call the popo on her because she's Scam City. She wouldn't even go back to her sister's house. She went to a hotel and she was on live talking about me. How I'm talking to y'all about this story. She was doing that on her Facebook. And she only had 4 viewers. So I had went on and trolled her. I was like, girl, you making this whole video for 4 people who don't even know me. It was ridiculous. I blocked her. And I have never heard from Nika ever since that night. We was good friends for like a year or 2. And I haven't heard from her since. I hope sis okay. And girl, if you ever see this, we had a ball in that strip club. Let me tell you, we was bosses that night, but you was a cut up friend. And this is why I don't have many friends today. So yeah, this story time, I don't even know what I'm gonna name this, but she started off as a good friend and we end up catfighting in the plaza, girl. Who Lord. I think this is the end of my story time, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this story, even a little bit, go ahead and welcome. Subscribe to my channel. My name is Yolanda again. And leave a comment down below. Like my video. That will help me grow. I really appreciate everyone. Thank y'all. Until next time. Peace.